So first up on the list, guys, is Jack Butland, and I personally think this would be a good buy for Wolves. John Woody, Will Norris and Harry Burgoyne are our three main keepers at the moment, and I think if you brought Jack Butland in, we wouldn't need another goalkeeper at all. John Woody and Jack Butland have played in the Premier League. Both of them have been relegated, but I think on their day, on a very good day, they're both really good goalkeepers. John Woody can make some good saves and also some errors. Jack Butland did the same as well. But what I think you got to remember with Jack Butland is, yes, he's been relegated with Stoke, but that doesn't mean he's a bad player. That doesn't mean he's a bad goalkeeper. Because when Wolves got relegated, Wayne Hennessy had the second highest save percentage, which was just behind David De Gea. So it just shows that it doesn't matter if you're a goalkeeper at the top or bottom or whatever, you can still be a great goalkeeper, and it depends on the players in front of you as well. And at the end of the day, Jack Butland just hasn't had the right team in front of him to help give him the support. So I think, guys, if we were to sign Jack Butland, it would be a great signing. Second up as well, guys, also from Stoke, Xherdan Shaqiri. What an absolute player he is. You know, if you're going from the philosophy of, well, he's been with a relegated team as well, Shaqiri does not deserve to be in the Championship. He's definitely Premier League quality. I think he'd fit into the Wolves system. He'd offer something a little bit different as well. He's not the fastest player, but he's a bit like Jota, except he's left-footed. Jota's right-footed and he's got a strong left foot. Shaqiri's left-footed and he's got a strong right foot. And he just offers you something else off the bench as well. Imagine if we did sign Shaqiri, you'd have Jota, Cavallero, Costa, Shaqiri. Definitely one of them cannot start, especially if you get a top striker in. And that gives you something off the bench with proven quality. And I think Shaqiri would definitely add that to us. And he's only like 26, 27. So he's still young as he's not young, but he's still got a couple of years left in him easily. Third up, guys, and I've done the hat trick now. Oh, these three are from Stoke, but the last one from Stoke is Joe Allen. Now, I don't think Joe Allen is the best midfielder in the world or anything like that, but I think for the way we are, we need someone like Joe Allen in the Premier League. We've got our mainstays who gets stuck in, and he probably end up with a lot of bookings again, but that's the kind of player Sace is, and he can pass a ball on his day as well. Ruben Neves is just absolutely phenomenal, tackling, shooting, passing the ball, so he's going to be key to us. But someone like Joe Allen, whether he's starting next to Neves or he's on the bench or whatever, can be key as well, because if we need someone in the game to bring energy and keep getting up and down that pitch, Joe Allen brings that, and I think he would have more energy than the likes of CS. He'd have that little bit more pace and that as well, and I think Joe Allen would be a really key asset to us, just to offer something different and offer experience and that as well. So those are the first three guys, all of them are from Stoke. Let's move on to the rest. Now, the next one, guys, maybe I'm being a bit too optimistic, but I think this would be a key addition, and that is Marcus Rashford from Man United. He hasn't had the best season there, and personally, guys, I don't think Mourinho's the best manager to bring the best out of someone like Marcus Rashford. He has had some good games, like when they played Liverpool and he scored 2 good goals. But I think Rashford, even if it was only to loan him and then buy him or something like that, would be a great signing for us. He's about 6 foot, so he's got the height and that as well. He's young, he's English, he's got the pace, so he's got the pace to get him behind the defence. And he can play on left wing, right wing or striker, which means if you want to bring him on to play up front or on the wings, he can play either one. And as I say, guys, I think with the way we play, he's got work ethics as well. So yes, Mourinho's tried to drill that into him at Man United. Hasn't always worked, but he has come back and pressured and tried to cover the fullbacks as well, and that's what we also would want from him. You know, the attacking players to have to get back as well, but also Nuno would allow his attacking ability to shine. He'd let him get down the pitch, he'd let him get down the wing, he'd let him take players on. And I think if Marcus Rashford came to somewhere like Wolves with a manager like Nuno, we'd see the best of him, and that would really help us. And if we had the opportunity, I'd love us to sign him, because I think he would be an absolute wonderful addition for us. Now, guys, next up, just 2 remaining. One of them is James Ward-Prowse. James Ward-Prowse can play in the midfield or on the wing. Personally, I prefer him in midfield. I think that's where he's had his best seasons at Southampton. So yes, guys, I would like to see James Ward-Prowse at Wolves. Some of you might disagree, some of you might agree. Yes, we've got Barry Douglas and Neves who can bring in set pieces, but if one of them's having a bad day and the other one's suspended or something, you always want someone else as well. And bringing in James Ward-Prowse yet again would offer you something different in midfield. Someone maybe with a bit more of attacking minded, so if we're losing, bring him on. And also he can take set pieces, some lovely set pieces he can deliver in. And that just sums him up basically. I think he is also young as well. I think he's about 23 now, so he's also a player who can still develop in that as well. And I think he'd be a great player under Nuno and offer us something a little bit different and more attacking as well. Now guys, this final player I think will be one where a lot of people will disagree me with, but I'm going to go with Charlie Austin. Now the reason I say this is his finishing isn't always the best, so I don't think he'd get more than 10 goals for us. Okay. On the other hand, I was watching him yesterday, and I've been watching him in a couple of weeks, and his link-up play, bringing the ringers and that in, is just, some of it is absolutely beautiful. Just how he does it, just controlling the ball and laying it off and that. And that's what we need. We don't need a striker who's going to score 40 goals a season. We need a striker who, I think, to fit in with Nuno's role, will bring the best out of the ringers. If you've got a striker who gets 5 goals, but holds that play up well and brings the likes of Jota, Cavallero, Costa and any other attacking signings we make this summer into the game, that is all he will want. That is all we need, really speaking, from our striker. We just need someone who can link the play up well. That's why when Bonatini wasn't scoring, he was still starting, because he was just bringing those other players into play. When that stopped as well, that's when you started to see that if a striker isn't scoring or getting the rest of the team up the pitch, we're going to start to struggle in games. And that's why I think Bonatini definitely won't be signed. Anyway guys, those are 6 players I think we should sign. Do you agree? Who do you think we should sign? And let me know in the comments section below. If you've enjoyed the video, why not hit the like button? If you're new, why not subscribe? And I will see you guys next time.